That's what we got going on. I think I had a spot where it kind of did something weird here maybe. Sometimes you can shrink it a little bit. I think we need to turn this baby up. Just 10 gauge right there. So there we go. Now it's kind of staying. It's got a high spot right here, but it dipped right there. It's tin canning. We call this tin canning when it just pops back and forth like that real easy. What I'll do is I'll keep moving around, and as I weld, it'll shrink that up. There he is. Now it's starting to stay. See that? Now it's starting to stay. Shrink that up just a little bit, get it to stay, and it's going to get stiff. Start getting nice and stiff now. The more we weld, the more it shrinks that metal up, the better it'll be. So don't be afraid. Oh, I missed it. Don't be afraid. Move around and get all this right here. There it is. There it is. We got it out now. See how it's stiff? If I push on it real hard, it'll pop, but look, it pops right back out now. So, see, it was real tin canny before, but now, look at that. Now I can push in on it, and it pops right back out. So I'm gonna go ahead, maybe move around just a few more times. Not really pulling on it real hard. It's more or less just to stretch that warp out of it a little bit. Every time we do it, it'll get a little bit better. We're not pulling hard, not yanking on it. I don't want to cause a high spot or anything like that. There you go. That's nice and smooth. We'll start body working this to that now. Didn't realize it was so tin canny. I came over here and leaned on it to bend down and grab a tool, and it just popped right in like you've seen. But now, look at that. Just moving around on that spot and pulling on it real slow, and I pull on the outside. I didn't go right in the middle. So here's the lowest spot where it was, and I went all the way around it. All the way around. And now, she's not tin canny anywhere. We're ready to go. So I'll grind all these smooth. That'll be it. We'll go ahead and hit it with some filler, but it'll be real thin. I'm telling you right now, that's nice and straight. Make sure it pops back out. You don't ever want to leave anything tin canny, because you know this, especially on the bed of a truck, because you know people put stuff in the back and they lean on it. You want to make sure if you lean on it, it comes right back. So yeah, that's good. I'm going to take the grinder, smooth that out, and we'll be good to go. Wasn't expecting a spot to be there, but like I said, I just reached down, I put my hand right here, reached down to grab a tool, and it popped in, it tin canned on me. You know, I call it tin canny when it's just, you touch something and it pops in, it pops out, it pops in, pops out. Never want to leave it like that. That's no good. It'll bite you. All right. Oh yeah, that's good. Looks like we've got a little tiny low spot right here. So I'm gonna pull on it just a couple more times. Just real quick and easy. I'm not trying to, if you pull real hard, it'll leave like a, you know, a high spot right there. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do any more work. We want to get rid of all the work is what we're trying to do. There it is right there, you can see it. See what I'm saying? So once we get that pulled out, we'll be good to go, really. that'll be it. Pretty sure. That looks really good, actually. It looks really nice. All right, everybody, welcome back. Got the truck ready to go. Jordan's been doing some work. Seems like Jordan always shows up like he knows it's in the air. He shows up when he's about to prime or paint or anything. Don't you, Jordan? You just like show up out of nowhere like, I can tell today he's gonna prime or paint. Something's going on, something's fishy. And he can't do it without me, Jordan says. He just always shows up at the right time. Anyways, thank you, Jordan, appreciate it. We did a lot of the masking stuff. Or most, actually all of it. But I think we're ready to go. I think it's time to slap some primer on this baby. I think it's time. Now, I did run into some big problems. This hood is, it's okay. I'm guessing at some point the carburetor backfired and got it really hot. Probably had a flame underneath there. It's a little flimsy. I was able to work it and kind of bend it and get things going back the right direction. It still needs a little bit more body work, but I messed with it for like a day and a half, seriously. But I think we're getting good. Did my dent cooler on it over there and just kind of tweaked it a little bit just to get everything moving in the right direction. So Jordan over there is just doing some last minute masking. Just masking off my cool sign that Melanie made me last Christmas, and then I'm gonna cover the toolboxes and stuff, cover up a few things, cover my TV up. But this is where she looks before primer. I can't wait to see it in primer tonight. All in one color. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. She's masked up. We even sand in these little crevices. I don't know if you can see that, but we get in there and sand all that stuff. All inside here, the doors. That is really important to me. Like I said, I've always said I almost probably overdo it just a little bit. But I'd rather overdo it than not do it enough, that's for sure. So start mixing up some primer. Actually, the primer's not even in here. I'm gonna go grab the primer and I'll show you what primer we use. So this is the product that we're gonna use, same product I've always used. The U-Pole UP2253. And I just use the standard hardener. I've never had any problems with it, so I just keep using the same thing. High build primer, 4-to-1. This stuff, if we go over here to the truck, now I DA'd this whole truck with 120, and you can see it's got some little scratches in it. And I 80 grit all of the body filler, if there is any. It's real thin, but any of the body filler is with 80 grit. It will cover 80 grit scratches, and that's why I use it. It's a little bit like cheating in a way. Just helps move things along. So I can go straight from 80 grit to 320 when we finish. Usually we'll block it after this primer. This is the first primer. We're gonna prime it twice. So after the first primer, I'll block it probably with 120, just to make sure it's cut down smooth. We ain't got any problems. If we have any problems, we'll fix them right then. And that'll be the last time. And then we'll come back, prime it again. And then after it's primed that time, we will finish the truck in 320 and paint. So 320, then paint at the final. 320, 400. Sometimes I'll use 400 if I'm really trying to make sure it's real smooth. I haven't had a problem with 320. So with this paint that we're using, I actually went to the auto body shop here in town and tried to find a gold because I cannot find a Tractor Supply gold. I know, Tractor Supply, but you know, we're gonna keep rocking it. That's what we do, you know. So we're gonna keep rocking the Tractor Supply colors and stuff. So I cannot find a gold or a tan that I really like. So I went ahead and went down, and they should be mixing that up here soon. So that'll be cool. We're gonna go ahead and hit it. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with a pretty close gold to what the original truck would have been, or the TV show truck would have been. Actually, I think that's what the original this color was originally. So this truck would have been that gold color all the way to the top with one stripe, white stripe on the bottom, and then the top itself was white. So tri-tone on this truck. This was a fancy truck back in the day. Oh, also, I want to point out that this is direct to metal, so it is a sealer. That's another reason I really like this product right here, is it's direct to metal, it's a sealer. So, you know, if you need to prime something and then push it outside and get back to it later, it's a good one because it won't rust through and stuff like that. I've used it quite a bit. I like this product. One I really like that is getting really expensive really fast is it's called Featherfield G2. That is my favorite primer. It works really good. But this one works also as good. This one you have to stack more. You have to go around it more times, put more layers. The G2, I feel like you can really just slowly pile that stuff on there and it doesn't run. It's like spraying body filler basically out of your gun, and that's kind of what this is too. So that's how I look at this product, is just kind of spraying a nice, like a body filler out of your spray gun is basically like, that's why I say it's kind of like cheating, because like right now the truck is 120 mostly everywhere except for where it's body filled. Then it is 80. Then we'll prime, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. After the prime, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it with 120. Make sure it's blocked down all the way down. Might even see some metal as far as we're gonna take it, make sure it's nice and straight and good to go. If there's any problems, we'll fix it, like I said. And then we go straight from there, back to primer, and then 320, and then paint. Simple as that, and it's sealed. So anyways, I'm rambling now. I'm gonna get to mixing this up and we'll get going. Another thing, got the old trusty Harbor Freight paint gun here. They're on sale right now, $9.99, so I bought quite a few of them. I got a few of them there. I think I bought 4 of them. But yeah, so anytime I'm doing this, you guys know by now, I use the gun pretty much once, maybe twice. Sometimes I'll paint and then I'll use it as a primer gun. This time we're just gonna go brand new, straight to primer. Yeah, I could probably clean it and make it work again, but I normally just toss them out and I add it to the bill whenever I'm billing for body work or, you know, for a customer. But I got a little paint thinner in here right now. Very critical, very critical. You wash these things out first, and I'm gonna show you why right here. See that yellow? See how it's yellow right there? And now it'll be clear. All that oil and grease and stuff that they machine these with, make sure you're getting all that out of there. You gotta make sure you're getting all that out of there, because that is no good. That will mess up your paint job right away. So now it's coming out of there nice, clean, and clear. We're ready to rock and roll now. I'm excited. next day, let's have a little look-see. See what we got. I think it came out pretty good. Got a little touch up there. This is where you start seeing all your little problem areas and stuff. We got something right there. Overall though, truck's pretty good. I think it's got a little wobble in it right there. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not. Right there, we got just a little wobble. Overall, it feels really good though. Feels really nice overall. So here's that big problem area that we just fixed. I think that's looking really, really good. Right here, where it was all bent and we had that huge crease. I think that's looking pretty good. Looks like we might have a little wobble right there, just a little bit. And I think that's probably in the primer, maybe in the body filler, just a little bit in the body filler. Not real bad. There, I turned that fan off. It was a little loud. But the passenger side was definitely the worst side of the whole truck, and it's not too bad. Got to do a little work here. Little work here. Looks like it's got a little wobbles in it, maybe just from the body filler. Right there. Got some deep scratches in it where I hit it with a 36, which I knew, which we'll skim back over that, make sure that's all cleaned up. Right here was the worst part of the whole truck, and I gotta be honest, that looks pretty good. I'm not scared of that. Nothing right now looks too bad. Got a little heavy with the primer right there, so it looks like we got a little dent right here that we missed. You can always come back to that. Top's looking pretty good. Nothing there. Overall, like I said from the beginning, this truck was actually in really good shape. There's not a lot of rust in it pretty much at all, especially now that we cut it all out. But the floor pans look really, really nice in this truck, like really good. I was really surprised. It had just been bent a few places and then left out in a field, I'm thinking. So these are the kind of trucks we really like to find, honestly. Looks like I got to do a little door work here. Door looks a little off right here a little bit, so but looks like it goes right here a little bit, so it looks like we can kick it in just a little bit, but the line is nice and straight. But it looks like this door here can just go just in just a little bit. But yeah, and I just dusted the hood. I got a lot more work to do the hood, so we just dusted it. Didn't only hit it the one time real quick. Wasn't gonna put a bunch of primer on there just because I knew, you know, we're gonna have to come back to it. We're pretty good. Looks like we got a little bit of maybe a weird spot right here and right down there. Right there. Looks like it might have just a little bit more body work to do. Overall, I think we're pretty good. The tailgate was actually in really good shape. Like I said before, it does have like some dings where some stuff was laid over the top of it. I don't want to do a lot there as far as fixing it goes. I don't want to put body filler up here, so when you do put stuff, I want people to, you know, it's a truck, it's going to be used, so yeah, I don't want to fill it up and do a bunch of weird stuff and then, you know, somebody put something on it and then, you know, it's no good after that. So but yeah, I think the truck looks really, really good for what it is. I used to do the, you know, the 80 grit and then 120 grit and then 220 and 320 and the 400, like all those steps, man, and that's a lot of blocking. And honestly, I've had really good results and got rid of half of those problems with this new primer that they have now. It's like shooting a thin layer of body filler over the whole thing, and you sand it out. Even stuff that you might see, like I can kind of see, just, I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a tiniest little scratch mark. Just sanding that right now will take that away. It will no longer be there. So this eliminates, like I said, just that little scratch there. That eliminates so many steps using the thick body filler like this. And I've painted with Tractor Supply paint and Rust-Oleum and stuff, and I've got trucks that have like 4 years on them now. They still look amazing. You know, it might not be a 10-year good paint job, but if you're just looking to flip some stuff, or you're looking to just have a nice truck, you know, something that looks good for, you know, a few years, quite a few years really. My daughter's car is black, and I was really worried about it being black, and it's straight up Rust-Oleum, and it is over a year, well over a year now. It still looks great. So.